सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र स्त्रिसर्गो मृषां धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। Uddhava Gita, 14th chapter in Ramakrishna Mission book, 33rd verse. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Ahimsa satyamasteyam asango hrira sanchayah astikyam brahmacharyancha maunam sthiryam kshamabhayam. In the first part of this chapter, Lord Krishna talked about two types of bhakti. Up to 27th verse, he enumerated sadhana bhakti and sadhya bhakti. In Vedantic format, it is known as karma yoga and jnana yoga. Whenever we talk about sadhana bhakti, we look into agama portion or puranic portion. That bhakti we have to convert it into Vedantic format. That is the procedure. Whatever non-Vedantic, non-Vedic, they are all bahyaha. They are non-Vedic, means outside the Vedas. Puranas included in Vedic teaching. Agamas are also included in Vedic teaching. Therefore, they are not Veda Bahyaha, they are Veda Antaraha. That is why I said in Vedic format. That is very important to understand what is real bhakti. Manusmriti says, Ya Veda Bahyaha Smritayaha. Whatever Shastras given, Agama Shastras, if they are, suppose they think their philosophy, their system, their scripture, anything, if it is Veda Bahyam, Ya Veda Bahya Smritayaha, Yascha Kascha Kudrushtayaha. Kudrushtayaha means not having Vedic vision, not accepting Vedic teaching. Kudrushtayaha. Sarvasta Nishphala Pretya. They are all useless. They are all useless. Tamo Nishtha Ta Smritaha. They are all, Tamaha means with Ajnanam only. Therefore, Purana, Agama, Bhakti, whenever we talk, it has to be taken into Vedic format. That is very, very important. Every Vedantic student must be agile and alert with regard to this Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga alone are called as Sadhana Bhakti, Sadhya Bhakti in Puranas. There is no difference at all. If we don't understand, it is our problem. It is not scripture's problem. It is our problem. What is our problem? Not understanding what is real bhakti. In spite of Krishna's advice, in spite of every acharya's advice taken from the Upanishads and other granthas, we are not able to see the vision of acharyas. It is our fault, not scriptural fault. Now in this portion onwards, Uddhava wants to know varieties of disciplines, series of sadhanas, which are meant for the spiritual upliftment. By their presence, by whose presence, that means values, discipline, by whose presence spiritual upliftment is very smooth, by whose absence spiritual downfall is possible. Possible and sure. Spiritual downfall is sure without these disciplines. That is why Uddhava, for all of our sake, he asked Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna enumerating beautifully, even though it is said in Bhagavad Gita many places, still this is very important. Lord Krishna felt, Uddhava also felt, therefore we have to study again. Ever new, ever fresh disciplines, worth to remembering, worth to study, worth to repeat again and again, which are very, very helpful for our spiritual upliftment. This shloka, Yamas, in 28th verse, what Uddhava asked, that point Lord Krishna is answering for each and every one point discipline, that is Yama Niyamas first. So Yama Niyamas are taken in this 33 to 36th verse. 36th verse, 28th verse is completed. 28th verse, 6 items are asked by Uddhava. 6 items are asked by Uddhava means what are those 6 items? Yama, Niyama, Titiksha, Shama, Dama, etc. So all those are given. In the first 33rd verse, Ahimsa, number 1. That means 12 Yamas come in 33 and 12 Niyamas come in 34. Then Shama, Dama, later comes Titiksha, all of them in the other 2 verses. Now let us see this Yamas, what are all they. First let us take Patanjali's Yamas, 5 we will see. Later those 5 are there here in this shloka itself. Because we have already seen them, all of them we have seen. But Patanjali's one we will see first, that group 5 and other 7 also are included in the same verse. Lord Krishna adding some more. Number 1 is Ahimsa, non-violence, non-injury, not hurting others. Many classes I explained about this. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Himsamna kuryat. Hindu Shabda, another one derivation is Himsam Dushayati iti Hindu. Who is Hindu? I am a Hindu. I hate violence. I hate violence. So, Himsam, violence, Dushayati, hater. The violence hater. I am a Hindu. I never encourage, show interest in violence. Immediate question, what Krishna did in Mahabharata Yuddha? For everything we have an answer, but you have to listen that. You means you all listen. Your children also should understand. You have to teach them. Himsam doshayate. Himsa means here whenever verbally, mentally and physically. Manasa, vacha, karmana. Kaika himsa, manasa himsa, vachika himsa. Never use abusing words towards others, hurting people with words, hurting people with physical actions, hurting people mentally also you should not hurt. At the same time, Mahabharata Yuddha, for the dharma purpose, just how much himsa is important. Himso paramo dharmaha, himsa dharmo tathaivacha is also next line actually. I said many times. So misplaced compassion is not acceptable. Wherever himsa is required, you have to operate. Even Tyagaraja himself sang Sarasa Samadana Veda Danda Chatura. As the final resort, you can use himsa. When things are going wrong, you need to do some correction. Himsa is required, especially Kshatriya should not be complacent. He has to take care of dharma. For the sake of dharma, you can violate non-violence, you can take violence permitted. For all people, it is not permitted. For only Kshatriya, it is permitted. But whenever it is required, danda, punishment, is must. Otherwise, what will happen? Our culture, dharma will be in danger. That is why this ahimsa, paramo dharma, many, in the name of even great Mahatmas, like people whom they are looking at Mahatmas, they have taken this ahimsa in a wrong time, wrong place. That is the big drawback in our culture. No value is absolute. Please remember, no value is absolute. All of them are relative. For everything, for your whims and fancies' sake, you should not hurt others. But to protect dharma, you must take the weapon. If ahimsa is absolute value, our gods need not hold on to the weapons. Every god is holding the weapon. All of them. That is why we have to understand so-called great leaders misplaced this ahimsa. Therefore, we have to be very, very careful in interpreting this ahimsa. Don't you make use of this at wrong time, wrong place. Wherever himsa is required, you have to use. Then how do you know? You study Shastra, take great Acharya's advice, what to do. That is important. Follow Krishna, follow Rama. Have they followed himsa or ahimsa? When they have followed ahimsa, when they followed himsa. They are the exemplaries whom you want to go for, Rama and Krishna, Sudarshana Chakra, Krishna holded, and Rama holded Kodandapani. Okay? So you should know judiciously how to use himsa, when to use, when to not to use, ahimsa when you have to use. These are all very, very carefully to be used. Otherwise, people will be misled, society will be misled, and dharma will be in trouble. Okay? Ahimsa. Don't hurt. For normal, common people, don't hurt others. Okay? If you hurt anyone, suppose you have to monitor yourself. Let me not repeat this again. Okay? By mistake, suppose any time, by words, by actions, you have to correct. That is ahimsa, discipline. Number 2, satyam. Satyam means speaking truth, avoidance of lies. Correct translation is avoidance of lies, not speaking truth. You should not speak all truths. See, this itself will misunderstand. Satya means speaking truth. I always speak truth. You are in danger if you speak always the truth. All truths you need not speak. Satyam is equal to, what is the translation? Satyam means avoidance of lies. Reduce the list of lies, how many you are telling. Reduce the list, avoid unnecessary lies. Necessary lies also you can reduce the list. Avoidance of unnecessarily telling lies to others. Mundakopanishad says, Satyameva jayate na anritam. Anritam will never triumph. One day or other it will come out. Therefore, Satyam to be followed. These are all Mahavratams. Ahimsa, following Ahimsa is a Mahavratam. Following Satyam is also a Mahavratam. 12 years if you follow, you will get mantra siddhi, and you get lot of siddhi. Whatever you think, it will happen. Because after following all these values, you will get that type of capacity. What is dharma, what is adharma, where to follow, when to follow, how to follow, you will get that knowledge. Shakti comes. Therefore, they are called Mahavratams. So that otherwise, what will happen? No, jnanam you won't get. If you tell lies, suppose, for everything, for simple things, if you talk too much, lies will come. Why to talk too much? Therefore, talk less. Many things you want to cover up. So, without our knowledge, our skin becomes so thick, and we do not know how lies many are coming from our mouth without our knowledge. Simple things. Therefore, try to avoid. Monitor yourself, check yourself. You are like a watchdog. Normally, people keep watchdog to check the thieves. Like a security it is, But you must be a watchdog to your thoughts, to your actions, to your lies, how many they are coming from your mouth. Big lie, small lie. I don't talk big lie, Swamini. Small lie, that someone's in a small lie is also a lie. Okay, poyi anartham. So we should not. Like a watchdog, we have to be alert without any hesitation. Let me avoid lies in my life as much as possible. This is about Satyam. Remember that Mundakopanishad statement. Then next one is Asteyam. Asteyam means non-stealing. Literal meaning is non-stealing. That means not possessing the illegitimate wealth of anyone belong to others. So not having any illegitimate possessions. Legitimate whatever belongs to you, you can possess. Not others' wealth, others' name, others' property. The royalty which belongs to others, suppose people steal. In the CD piracy and cassette piracy, once upon a time it was there. Now no CDs, no cassettes. Some other piracy in YouTube also. People, everything they hear, everything they take. We take so many things from that. Download. Free download, and so happy people are. Free download and all free. Everything want free. That's why Puja Swamiji, our Swamiji always says, even though they say free, but put that money in the hundi in the temple or give to dhanam somebody else. If they don't ask money also, never take anything free. If you take that, it does not belong to you actually. And taking everything from others and making use of it, which is not belong to you, it comes under steyam. Okay, what is the discipline? Asteyam, non-stealing. Never desire for others' property. Never possess that anything which does not belong to you legitimately. That illegitimate property, illegitimate wealth, illegitimate money, gold or anything, it should not be with me. I cannot sleep if it is with me. Like that much allergy. People have a lot of allergies with so many things. A disciplined person, a mumukshu, sadhaka is one. He is allergic to others' possessions, allergic to others' wealth, allergic to others' books, allergic to everything which belongs to others. That is very, very nice value, discipline we can follow. Then brahmacharyam. Brahmacharyam is in the second line, middle. Brahmacharya means one word. Brahmacharya means not only brahmachari has to follow. Brahmachari definitely follow brahmacharyam, celibacy, avoidance of illegitimate sexual relation with or avoidance of illegitimate relation with opposite sex. This is the one sentence translation for brahmacharya. Either male or female, for both of them this is the advice. Avoidance of illegitimate relation with opposite sex. Very, very important value one has to follow for spiritual upliftment. Everything is for spiritual upliftment, otherwise that person can never go more spiritually forward. Great obstacle. I used to say, no, WWW, wine, woman and wealth. Three are most dangerous. Okay, Tyagaraja also always Nidhi Chala Sukhama, Ramuni Sannidhi Seva Sukhama. Kanta. This I used to sing in many kirtanas. This WWW, they are obstacles for spiritual pursuit. Next one, aparigraha, Patanjali language, used here as asanchayaha, first line, last word. Hrihi, rasanchayaha is there. First line. Hrihi plus asanchayaha. Asanchayaha means aparigraha ityarthaha. What do you mean by aparigraha or asanchayaha here? Amassing the wealth. Sanchaya means amassing the wealth, accumulating the wealth. Lot of wealth, like that person Piyush Jain in Kanpur. Okay, that is called sanchaya. Now what type of sanchaya? Amassing the wealth. Now he is in jail. That is a different thing. Okay. Aparigraha, asanchayaha. So all don't buy unnecessarily anything which is not very much required for you. Sanchaya means buying everything. Whatever comes now, reduction sale, reduction vandale podum. One packet you buy and the two they will give. One plastic spoon, one another thing. Oh, plastic spoon is giving, steel spoon they are giving. That's why you buy what? 100 rupees. For 5 rupees spoon sake, you buy 100 rupees one article, something you buy. That type of buying everything, avoid. Not for all people. These mumukshus, seekers especially. What is the difference between asteyam and asanchayaha here? Asteyam means here not possessing illegitimate wealth. Asanchayaha means even legitimate possession also may you not possess. Even legitimate also may you not have too much of too many possessions. Don't amass wealth. Don't have too many dresses, too many utensils, too many things in the house. Less luggage is more comfort. We say less luggage is more comfort, but you see, this is nowadays, people don't wash the clothes. They carry many dresses, and then the partition will come in the suitcase. Because so many dresses are there, therefore why to wash when we go out? 1 week they take 2 14 dresses, so that they can wear, and afterwards they keep in the suitcase. I saw this, some people doing like that. This is wrong. Every day, so much of bacteria. When you will wash your clothes, keeping that clothes for 1 week without washing, there's so much of laziness in the people, because so many dresses are there. Why can't we take, and big suitcases, even car, small car dicky, that suitcase will not go inside, and they are not able to carry, porter is not available, suppose, and they ask others help. Like this in camps also happens like this. One lady, one student brought like that only, big suitcase, many dresses, and she want some lift from others car. That suitcase didn't go inside the dicky. Later I come to know that why they don't wash their clothes even in the camp also. They want to take so many dresses. How can you keep that dress what you have worn already? So much of smell it comes. How can you keep 2 days, 3 days? But washing machine one வந்தது வீட்டில் நிறைய ட்ரெஸ் எல்லாம் சேர்த்து ஒரே வாட்டி they put. These are all bad habits we are all getting nowadays. So, for one day if you wear that, because of so many dresses are there, why can't I wear? Why to wash? This is called amassing many clothes, amassing many lot of money, and spending unnecessary things sake. This is all very unhealthy habits according to Shastra. Therefore, simple living, simple life, simple dress, simple living is, you are more comfortable. That's why I ask in the camp, when you come, wear white dress, simple. You need not worry about which color I have to wear, how many dresses I have to keep. Why can't you wear white dress in the sadhana camp? You are not going to any function, marriage or anything. You have come for sadhana. That itself, people have a lot of difficulty. It will become black, Swamini. Maintaining very difficult. Maintaining means what? That is why many people buy dark colors. Enna alukku theriyadana. Enna concept, enna logic idu. அழுக்கு தெரியாதுன்னு சொல்லி எல்லாம் டார்க் கலர்ஸ் போட்டால் அழுக்கு எங்கே போகும்? டர்ட் எங்கே போகும்? அதுக்கு தான் ஒயிட், கிறிஸ்டல் ஒயிட் லைக் கலர், தட் பியூரிட்டி, சாத்வகுண, சாத்விக் இட் இஸ். I am not compelling anyone to wear white dress. The more mind preoccupation is reduced because of wearing that. Especially in the ashram, when you go to sadhana sake, even mind is not prepared for that for even 7 days. Like a sannyasi, why can't you live in ammo kashtam Swamini? But enna sadhana camp edukkahanna டூருக்கு போகலாமன்னா, இதெல்லாம் டூர் இல்லைப்பா, சாதனா கேம்ப். 10 சாதனா கேம்ப் வச்சாலும் கூட அது சாதனா மாதிரி ஆகினதில்லை. அதுதான் never possess any even legitimate possessions also. That is called aparigraha. Then up to here, Patanjali also said, Lord Krishna also enumerated here, over. Then what is the next, 6th one? Lord Krishna adding some more yamas. What are they? Asangaha. What you have to avoid here? All avoidances, don'ts. Yamas means don'ts. Niyamas means do's. Do's and don'ts. Now we are seeing don'ts. Asangaha. Next, connected to that, what? Never have possessiveness towards your possessions. Never have possessiveness towards your possessions. Ready to lose all losables. Everything is losable. Whatever you possess, it will go one day or other. It will leave you. Either you will leave you that, or it will leave from you. That's all. That's why be ready or prepare yourself mentally. I am ready to leave that object. Therefore, develop detachment with any object. If you develop attachment, when it is leaving, or when the time comes you have to leave that object or people or any attachment, you will face a lot of pain inside. Even you meet people also for some time, friends and all, there is a lot of attachment to take place, and emotionally you will become attached to them. That is, leading mentality is very natural to human beings. Sangha, attachment. So when you are grown up, that sangha has to be reduced. As a child, sangha is required. Mother has to attach to the child, child has to attach to the mother. That is why we should not, even initial stages, Sishya has to attach to the Guru. Guru should not attach to the Sishya. Sishya can attach. How long? Until receiving the Shastra. Once the Shishya is so firm and steady in studies, detach even from the Guru also. Never be emotional, never be dependent on anything, any object, any person. That is called asangaha. If you have sangha, it is a spiritual obstacle. Spiritual obstacle means for spiritual upliftment it is an obstacle. You will not go ahead. After 70 also, why to worry about my children? This statement, why to worry about my children? I need not worry. Asal this statement we have to drop at the age of 40, at least 50, not up to 70. Okay. The attachment towards son, attachment towards a daughter is so powerful. All other attachments are secondary, but primary attachment towards children or grandchildren is so powerful, especially for grihasthas. Even sannyasis are also having ashrama. Suppose we develop attachment, what is the use of sannyasa? Like that, for sannyasi also, grihastha sadhaka also, asangatvam is very important. All we saw, these are all in Bhagavad Gita, thoroughly we saw in 13th chapter, 16th chapter. But putting into practice, sangha towards body, attachment towards the house, car, children, grandchildren, when you are going to leave mentally, physically you need not leave them. Mentally, you have to drop attachment, passion for that. Without your knowledge, you will be hooked to that. Okay. Next one, seventh one is Hrihi. Hri Rasancheha is there. Hrihi is equal to Amanitvam. Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said Amanitvam, humility, modesty, absence of ego or arrogance. So pride comes before fall. Pride comes before fall. Therefore, be free from pride, ahankara. That is Hrihi. The next one, eighth one is Astikyam. Second line, first word. Astikyam means, here we can translate it as Shraddha. Asti iti buddhi. Brahma asti, and Bhagavan asti. Bhagavan is there, Shastra is there, Bhagavan's speech is there, teaching is there. Shraddha. This is called Shraddha. That means Astikya buddhi towards three things very important. What are they? First, Shastra. Shraddha in Shastra. Validity. Shastra pramanala validity la Shraddha. I validate Shastram. My primary importance is Shastram. It need not be judged by anyone. Science also cannot judge whether Shastra says this or that argument. No. Shastra is like our eyes, pramanam. I told many times, eyes just like, even Nastika believe in his eyes or not. Nastika never doubt his eyes, pramanam, his own eyes, whatever report they give, he definitely believe in that. He has got Shraddha in his eyes. Just as Nastika has got Shraddha in his eyes, Astika must have a Shraddha in Shastra. Nastika also never doubt his eyes. Shastram is also like our eyes. Just as you never doubt your eyes report, whatever they give pramanam, knowledge, prama, they are final. You never ask your ears to come and judge whether eyes given the report knowledge correct or not. Do you ask? Never. Can ears gives a sound knowledge? Eyes can go and report whether right knowledge or wrong knowledge? You never try like that. If you try like that, you are a fool. Everyone is a fool like that. Like that. Please remember, like that, Veda Pramanam also. Our children nowadays, they ask, I want scientific proof for everything. Whatever you do, Sandhya Vandanam, Achamanam, or Anganyasa, Karanyasa, a lot of Achyutaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, they keep this finger, that finger. So many ritual times we do lot of things. Why to do Pradashanam right side, why to sit in the temple, all why they ask for everything. If I chant Gayatri daily, Sandhya Vandana, if I do Samidadhanam, if I do what is the Prayojanam, if I do Agnihotram, what is the Prayojanam? For everything they ask, why? Tell me, reason. Why to give reason? They all give Adrishta Phalam. Why you believe on all these things? Shastra says. How do you know? I don't know. Then why you practice? I respect Shastra. Why you do this way, that way? No. Shastra says, injunction. That's all. There is no argument for this. You need not answer for your children for everything. That is called Shraddha. If you go on doing research, now every day, everything they want to do research and prove what Veda said is Vijnanam, science. Veda, Vijnanam, science, and everything if you want to prove. Suppose Sandhya Vandanam, if you do, you get Adrishta Punyam. Daily at Sandhya Vandanam. How can you see with your eyes? Adrishta Phalam. I believe that's all. I believe in it. Daily prayer, if I do, we'll get Phalam. Who knows? I believe in that. Shastra says, that is called Shraddha. That is called Astikyam. I don't want any scientific proof here. Never try to give scientific proof. Now Tulasi, scientific proof. There's turmeric powder, scientific proof. My elders did whatever my elders, my Purvik, and that means my acharyas, my gurus, my teachers, my mother, grandmother, etc. All of them followed, I follow, that's all. That is called Shraddha. For everything we need not. Suppose they want to do scientific research, let us prove this Anganyasa, Karanyasa and all, or Sandhya Vandanam, or why they do pranayama this way, why not that way, why like that. If we do research, it goes, centuries. By that time your life will end. You won't be there at all. When you are going to practice, for everything you want research and prove everything, and nadakada karyam. The intelligent person, fellow, never question for reasoning, research, proof. Edhukku proof? Kannu paakradhe, porul paakradhe, eyes are seeing the object. Are you asking for proof? You are not asking for proof. This is red color. This is red color, no, flower, color, final. No, I don't want proof. I want to do research. That means what an unintelligent thing. Veda is like that. Vedic injunctions, karma kanda, vipassana kanda, jnana kanda. Veda is my mother. Thousands of mothers like. I trust my mother who gave birth to me. I trust my mother Veda, who is thousands of mothers like. How can I doubt? How can I judge? How can I ask for proof? How can I ask for research? Never. If anyone asks like that, he is the person who is an Nastika, not an Astika. Belief slowly will be converted into knowledge later. If you say it is blind belief, so you call blind belief, I don't bother. If you call it as blind belief, it is your problem. It is not my problem. People say blind belief, Hindus are all having blind beliefs. Who said? We don't have blind beliefs. You have coined that name in the name of modern technology, science and all. You have coined that blind belief name. Whatever we the Hindus, we practice, all our acharyas are Shraddha. Out of Shraddha we are practicing, not as a blind belief. That's why this blind belief coin, the word, if anyone utter in front of you, they must have guts to talk in front of you. Never allow anybody to say blind belief. Any achara. Never utter that word. It is my Shraddha, my reverence towards my Shastra. I practice this discipline. I never question. You can talk hours together about this Shraddha. And therefore, no question. We know, no question. This is called Astikya Buddhi. In every ritual, practice and all, with the Shraddha, we do. Next one is Maunam. Maunam means Maunam, silence. Like you are all sitting silently now. You are all in Maunam. Silence is gold. Speech is silver. நிறைய idioms தெரியும் நமக்கு. We know lot of idioms. That idioms have to be practiced. This time camp also I am going to put that condition. Those who want to stay in the camp with Maunam, they can stay. See, if you do Maunam practice, it gives tremendous. It will take you, suppose 10 or 3 years sadhana comes within 10 days Maunam. 3 years sadhana, if you do, how much benefit will come? That much benefit will come within 1 week or 10 days, 14 days. Maunam. Tremendous. That's my experience, I'm telling. In Maunam, you start thinking. People become so restless. In Maunam, they cannot stay without talking. Okay? Yogasya prathama dvaraha vang nirodha. Control what to speak, what not to speak, when to speak, how much to speak. All these disciplines are beautiful, wonderful. First of all, your energy will be saved. Okay? Lot of energy goes only through oral. Oral. How do you know? Many students say, Swamini, you are talking, lot of energy goes, you have to eat well. That whenever necessary, you have to talk. Otherwise, don't talk. Very important. Maunam, silence, Vang Maunam. This is very important. Then next one, Sthiryam. Sthiryam means Sthirasya Bhavaha Sthiryam. Steadiness. Once you take up anything in your life, until you complete that, you should not stop it. Steadiness or firmness, that is why Sthiryam. Starting everything, starting problem, some people. After starting, stopping problem, there is for some people. Many people, they don't start at all out of fear. Anything I don't want to take up. But you take up and see that until you finish, don't stop. That is very important. Otherwise, we start everything and we stop everything. I started Swamini, but I couldn't continue. Uddhava, you can listen from many people. But willpower is required. That is also is going to say Sthiryam, steadiness, slowness and steadiness, they say. Slowness and steadiness win the race. Be slow and steady. Some people like that, they listen Shastra, they want to listen so many things at a stretch, eating for everything, all at a time. It's not possible. It is not working, it is not good also. Slow and steady. That is very important. Then next one, Kshama. 11th one. Kshama means tolerance. Tolerance means what? Patience. Tolerance is very important quality one has to develop. If tolerance is not there, we will do our actions impulsively. Intolerance is the most unhealthy nature in the body. Present, we are seeing the intolerance of religious intolerance. In other religions, there is a lot of intolerance. They cannot accept. Hinduism is the only religion which has got a tolerance power. Tremendous tolerance. Even all countries knows. In this country only Christians and Muslims do not know that Hindus are tolerant. They do not know here. Unfortunate thing, Hindus and Christians, Muslims and Christians are once upon a time Hindus only. Their ancestors were Hindus only. After forcefully converted into other religions, foreign religions, they have become more intolerant about our Hinduism. If we are intolerant, they cannot stay in this country at all. So the intolerance, religious intolerance, is the most biggest problem present in the country. So they are not able to accept. Hinduism is that which is encompassing all religions, even the Jains, Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, Judaism. How many religions are there in this country? Whole world knows how great Hinduism is. Tolerant religion. Our religion never teach us to go and attack others, to go and destroy others. How much tolerance we are having. That religion, the teachings, Vedic teaching teaches us tolerance. Tolerance means SWAMINI will become like a doormat if we are having tolerance. Don't become a doormat. Don't be tolerant of unrighteous things. Tolerance means not that you have to suffer. Suffering in the name of tolerance for others' mistakes is also unhealthy. Okay, I am suffering because I have tolerance power lot of. That is misplaced tolerance. Don't be like that. Don't say I am very tolerant person. You are supposed to be tolerant. Where to be tolerant, you have to be tolerant. Not every place. Suffering inside, and I am very tolerant. Who asked you to be suffering inside and saying tolerant? At the same time, some people are, I cannot be tolerant. I cannot have any tolerance power at all. I am very impulsive. Adi kuda unhealthy da. Never be impulsive. Never do. I'll take 5 more minutes because I started very late today. 5 more minutes. I'll finish by 7:15. Okay. I am taking your time. I know that. 7:15 I'll finish. Tolerance, impulsive actions without any thinking and just blurting out. Lack of tolerance is the most unhealthy way, and it leads to impulsive actions. Impulsive actions comes because of impulsive thinking, words, everything comes. All relations will be disturbed. Every situations, everything will be disturbed. That's why tolerant, where to be tolerant, where you have to take measures to correct the wrong things and do proper correction where it is required. Never suffer inside in the name of tolerance. Never be impulsive in the name of intolerance. In the name of tolerance, never suffer inside, in the mind, internally. Never be intolerant, and in the name of intolerant, you be impulsive. Either way, both are spiritually obstructive obstacles. Therefore, follow Kshama. Yudhishthira said, who are all your relatives, who is your wife, who is your brother, who is your sister, or who is your mother? All Yudhishthira said, Satyam Matapita Jnanam Dharma Bhrata Dayasake Kshanti Patni Kshama Putraha. Kshama Putraha. My sons are Kshaman. Shadaite Mama Bandhavaha. I like this sloka very much. You know this, I often quote this sloka, many of you know. Then with this, this sloka is over. How much explanation is? Many more hours we can talk. Now we have completed, I hope. Ahimsa over. Satyam, Asteyam, Asangaha, Hrihi, Asanchayaha, Astikyam, Brahmacharyam, Maunam, Stairyam, Kshama. One more is there, Abhayam. I will complete this also. Abhayam means bhayam comes because of insecurity. Bhayam comes out of insecurity. Abhayam means freedom from insecurity. Freedom from insecurity. In the previous point, I forgot one thing. Shraddha means Shraddha towards Shastra only I said. Shraddha towards Ishvara also. God is there. I have Shraddha in that. God teaching, also I have Shraddha. In God's teaching I have Shraddha. In Vedic teaching I have Shraddha. In God I have Shraddha. In Guru who is teaching the God's teaching is also I have Shraddha in him or her. 3. Here Abhayam means Bhaya Rahitam, security, insecurity free. That is, rely upon Bhagavan. Give surrender to Bhagavan. Ananyas chintayanto mam ejanah paryupasate. God dependence. World dependence to God dependence. This is the first aid to have Abhayam. First aid like. God dependence. I take shelter in Bhagavan, at Bhagavan's feet. In the name of Bhagavan, I am chanting the name, I feel secure. This is first aid, security, Abhayam. Second remedy is Jnanam alone gives final Abhayam. Freedom from fear, my talk is available in Guru Purnima talk I gave once long before, you can listen. Freedom from fear, final, last, ultimate is Jnanam alone gives me security. That Jnanam I can attain through Jnana Yoga Sadhana, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shastra Shravana, Mahavakya Shravana, Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam. That alone gives me real security. How do you know? Upanishad. Abhayam pratishtham vindate udaramantaram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. Therefore Lord Krishna says, Hey Uddhava, Abhayam is one of the discipline. I am fearless. I don't have fear because God is there to take care of me. Or I am self-dependent, independent. I am Atma. Where is fear in the Atma? No. Suppose if you take your Vachyartha I, lower I, God is there to take care of me. That is the real security. Not any local people, local money, bank can give you security. They don't have security at all. What security now? You see, the COVID has come. People who are all thinking we have got security, they all become insecure. Okay, nothing you can protect. Okay, in your hands, Bhagavan and your own knowledge will give security. Okay, now I'll introduce. Now all 12 yamas over. Okay, we can revel in this, all these values, disciplines. So nice to listen. Next shloka I'll introduce. Niyamas, all 12 niyamas again. Okay, Shaucham japastapo होमः श्रद्धातिथ्यं मदर्चनं तीर्थाटनं परार्थेह तुष्टिराचार्यसेवनम्. First one, niyama, do's, all do's are there. In Patanjali Yoga Sutras also, niyama, svesa, shaucha, santosha, tapas, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhana. All those 5 are here in a different language. But shaucha means the same language Krishna used here. All these we saw in Bhagavad Gita. We saw in Bhagavad Gita. Kani enge, where? Search தேடணும் போய். ஓகே, அதில் எல்லா வேல்யூஸில் இருக்கும். 20 வேல்யூஸு, 26 வேல்யூஸு ஒரு லிஸ்ட்டில் நிறைய இருக்குது. சௌச்சம், பியூரிட்டி ஆஃப் மைண்ட், பியூரிட்டி ஆஃப் பாடி, வெர்பல் பியூரிட்டி, மென்டல் பியூரிட்டி and physical purity. Shaucham, cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. That purity is very, very important. Shaucham. And this purity, when it comes, I would like to introduce this verbal purity and thought purity. These two can come. Thinking level purity, our Acharya says, Tarka Shastra gives thinking purity. There are 5 hetva bhasa, fallacies at the reasoning. 5 fallacies are there. Thinking level, how people commit mistakes in the Tarka Shastra teaches us. Whoever studies Tarka Shastra, they will have that pure thinking power. Tarka Shastra. Then Vyakarana Shastra gives communication level purity. How to communicate. Vyakarana Shastra gives. There are some more details regarding this. Kanada Paniniyancha Sarva Shastra Upakarakam. That statement I will explain in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.